Hey everybody, welcome to the shop. I've been doing a little bit of tidying up, cleaning up, getting some of the scrap steel and stuff out of here. Then I kind of came into a roadblock, how I want to do a layout. So I sat back here, I've been back here for the last hour thinking about how I want to do a layout that will be functional for Dad for all his woodworking. Me, I do a lot of like mechanical tinkering stuff. I do woodworking, but I also do the other stuff. So it's two different things that we do in here. We'll be doing in here, vice versa. So I sat here and did a layout. So I'm just going to do a quick walk around, show you what it's like now. It's messy, so bear with me on that one, because it hasn't really been touched too much since we moved in and got possession of the shop. Because once we moved here, we had to wait a few months before they had the auction. And then after the auction, they had 2 weeks after that to get all their stuff out of here that they had purchased. So it took a little bit for us to even get in here. And then once we did, we got stuff from the yard and other buildings, and we collected it and stacked it in here to keep it out of the weather and to keep it locked up and stuff like that. So we've had no time in here to really plan out, make it functional, clean, and stuff like that. So I'll start here. There's the man door, shop door. Okay, so what my thought is on over here, this area here right now is this housing some of my tools, is going to be my work area, because I can just come right in with a four-wheeler, lawnmower, wood splitter, anything that may need to be worked on, it can come in here. That door is going to get closed in. I'm going to close that in. That's going to be one of the first things I'm going to do, and then put more sheet barn tin on the back so it's covered in for the winter also. I'm also going to do a little workbench over there for Riker, so when he's out here with Daddy or Grandpa, he has his area. These shelves here, I'm going to cut in half. It'll be 3 shelves. 3 shelves are 6, so if I cut it in half, I can go this whole entire length, no problem with that shelf. On one side of the shelf, I could put all my parts and pieces and stuff like that when I'm working on projects, mechanical tools. This side here, we could put wood on it, woodworking. If you're working on a woodworking project, you can put the parts pieces up on a shelf, label it. You can do what you want on here. These shelves here, I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to come out from the wall. So when I am, like, if I take her into the four-wheeler, any stuff like that, anything that comes off can go up on the shelves. I can hang stuff on the shelves, paint them, clean them, whatever I got to do. All up there is going to be just storage for it could be anything from the house, like Christmas tree, all that kind of stuff, Halloween stuff, any of that stuff can just all go up there for keepsake. The other shelf, what my big plan is in here is I'm going to move one and center it in here. This section here is about 15 feet on each side. This side here will be empty, and that's where we could stack all our wood. It could be stacked in over there. Since this section of the garage is going to be Dad's, where he does most of the woodworking, might as well have the wood near him. But back to here, what my plan is have that shelf in there, because it's got the wire bottoms and tops. Nice industrial shelves, heavy, but you see how it's got the grating. So if you're working on a project and you need to hang some wood up or a part and paint it or whatever, you can actually hang it from the bottoms of the other shelves. I'm going to enclose this. So I'm going to put wood on the floor, leg bolt it to the cement, and build a nice frame all the way around in here. Put in a door and then plastic this. Or I can even put tin on the roofing tin on that, because we have enough scrap where I might be able to do it no problem. And make this like a paint booth. I know Dad has talked about how he would like to try to get into resin, doing a little bit of resin work. I'd like to too, but in here there's no way we can do it. There's too much dust, too much moisture, stuff like that. So if this is all enclosed, cleaned, painted, no dust can get in there, we can actually put a heater in there and lights. I'm going to put new lights in I'll talk about the lights in a few minutes. And then he's basically got like a dry paint booth in there, which would be freaking cool because I would utilize it too, not as much as Dad probably would, but Dad does a lot of things. He made that, which is epic. I love these boxes. And then he's made this table, which is really, really cool. It's actually a concealment table. I think this one is, I'm not sure, but the top is it slides open and there's actually storage inside, so you can put anything in there. So this section here is going to be Dad's. It's, well, not Dad's, but Dad would utilize it more. I think this would be epic. It'd be really cool. I think he would appreciate that. I think this is what we're going to do. I think the workbench here is just going to get cleaned off, and as you can see, there's still a lot of stuff here that, you know, lots of things that we had saved and just threw up there, and it's just stayed that way. And like these things here are still full of parts and pieces, brand new bearings, and, you know, stuff from the farmer that had the place before. So just get this all cleaned up and maybe give it a little bit of a sand and some varnish or something on it. This one here's got a steel top, which I was thinking about possibly moving over there for my bench, because I'll be doing more like work on steel parts and pieces. With the steel, that would actually be really beneficial. So that may happen. We have a couple of industrial totes. I was thinking about putting a couple of totes here. One could be for sawdust, so we can collect the sawdust and wood shavings and stuff like that for the chicken coop and planters and gardens and stuff. And then have the other one where we can put all our scrap wood and stuff like that all in it. And we'd have two things, and then I can just pull them out of here with the four-wheeler once it's full. The sawdust, we can come in here with a 5-gallon bucket, use a shovel, and just shovel it into buckets. So that's what my thought is on the floor plan. I'll show you a picture of it. These lights, they're awesome lights, but they're way too high. You can see where the actual outlet or the power source is, and it goes all the way up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook those, and I'm going to bring them all the way down so the light is more down, because we don't need light up there. So I'm going to do that. And I do have more of those. What I'm going to do is they got these cheap little lights. They're like outdoor yard spotlights. I'm taking them down and putting those same lights over on this side so that there's more light this way. Then I'll take these lights and I'll replace them with these lights. There's two in here. There's one kind of hidden just under there. And I'll put the spotlights in here, so when Dad's doing any kind of resin work or painting or any stuff like that, he'll have plenty of light in there. And then I'll put one or two here. And that way it'll brighten it up, so when you're looking for wood selection, you can do that. So that's what I kind of came up with. This was my plan. I'll do a better outlet of this plan. So yeah, so that is the plan that I've come up with. I think it would really benefit both of us. It'll benefit, you know, the functionality of everything. The stuff Dad does and the stuff I do on the farm, it could be daily. And then when I'm working with the boys or anybody or even the wife and I say I need to get my Sawzall, they know to come into my area. They know the Sawzall will be in my area. There might be the off chance Dad may need it and it's over here or something. That's just an off chance. But those main tools will be there. Wrenches and stuff like that. Is Dad going to use wrenches for woodworking? Not that often. I got a lot of wrenches. Mechanical wrenches could be over there. Dad's got his little set, so you can just keep his set here or whatever. If I happen to need it, I can just borrow it. But you know, stuff like that. Mechanical stuff there, woodworking stuff here. I think it's just a perfect plan, perfect idea. So that's going to be the videos coming up here soon, is the shop. The shop is going to get a complete redo. The shop project is, I guess, officially underway. I'm going to go up and I'm going to show Dad my ideas of this and see what he thinks. I don't think he's going to have a problem with it. As long as he's got a good area to work on, I think he'll be happy. So stay tuned for more shop videos. So it's Friday, or no, it's actually Thursday. My week's all messed up already. So, been a busy couple days, especially yesterday. Yesterday was the kids' graduation. Judy and Jamie, our two oldest that live here, they graduated high school. Very, very proud of them. They've worked so hard to get to this point, and we just can't wait to see what their next adventures are. It's now basically up to them. You know, they're young adults, so they've got some good ideas, and we just got the expectations of them trying to make the right decisions and to be happy. That's all we can do as parents, is just hope. But we have belief in them that they'll do right. So that's all we can do is out here in the shop today, and I'm getting started. I've taken this old door out. The whole door frame actually fell out, which was kind of sketchy, but I got it framed in now. All I gotta do is just now cover it up, and then all the inside work can start getting done. Been thinking a lot about this. Got a really good floor plan put down in place, and now it's just execution. This is going to take probably a couple weeks to get this done, so stay tuned and follow along, and we'll see how far we can get. I wish I had the means to paint this place, at least all the walls. I wish I could, but I think for now I'm not going to until maybe next year, because I also want to do the floor in here. I need to get some cement. The floor is pretty cracked. I'll show you. The floor has cracked pretty bad over the years, and it's old. It's been like this for quite a while. But I'd like to get something and get some cement in here. Probably a bag or two would do this, and this crack goes all the way to the edge here. And then there's also another crack that comes up and goes across to over there. So if I can get it filled with a bag of cement, and then I'll put some self-leveling cement over top, I think that may do it. If you've done this before and you have an easier concept of doing it, please put it in the comments, let me know. I've never done cement work before, so that's just the idea I came out with, to fill this in. So it's, you know, if I'm on here working and a socket falls off the wrench, I don't want it rolling into the crack and I lose it. That's basically the main reason why. Any sawdust collecting here, and if it gets wet, it's just going to hold moisture in here. We're going to get a ton of bugs, and that's why I want to get it sealed up. Other than that, we're going to plug away here and keep working and see where I get today. So what is it you're making?
A table for your stuffies.
Table for your stuffies?
Yeah. Too much. And they don't fit on my bed.
Come on, let's make sure it's all on there straight. Daddy will hold it down tight for you. Wow. Use the hammer to tap it sideways. Nope. No. Swing it that way. There you go. Now you can bang it down. Nope, you don't use your fingers there. Oh, you gotta pull out now. It's coming outside. No, not same hole. Just come back over here just a little bit.
Yeah?
Sure. Good job. Now show everybody what you made.
Stuffy table.
A little stuffy table.
Yeah. They can sit on
I think it's pretty cool. Now pick it up and show everybody what it is and what it looks like. You did an awesome job.
it. There's an X inside of it. X.
That's awesome, hon.
That sounds exactly right.
All right, everybody. So I've spent a few hours out in the shop, and before I got into tearing things down, putting things in certain places and stuff like that, I had to have a workshop, a work area for me to have all my tools organized. My tools are literally in boxes everywhere in the house. I have some tools in the basement. I have tools in the house garage. I have tools in the barn and tools out in the shop. Now I got a spot where I can put all my tools. So I made this fancy area. I got the shelf to put up all my stuff. I got a workbench to work on my stuff, and then storage all underneath where I'm going to put a lot of boxes in my toolbox that I take around with me everywhere. Fits on the back of my four-wheeler perfectly. So if there's an outdoor project I got to do, I can just throw everything I need in there and away I go. Got my chainsaw up here. If anybody knows a trick, I need to get this to go onto there. It will not go. Brand new machine, and that thing will not fit on there. I don't know. The chain came off, and the chain had bent this guard here really bad, so I had to get a new chain and bend this back, but now the cover won't go on there. So I don't know what's wrong. I got to take it in to the shop, but if somebody knows something where I can fix it here, I would muchly appreciate that. The rest of the shop has not been touched yet, but now I am going to be organized here with all my tools. So now I can get all the tools from the house, bring them out here and everywhere else I have them. But I am now organized. So and I got the door all enclosed too. I did that also. So that's enclosed. I got to go around the other side still and put, it is closed in, but I got to put a sheet of tin on so it looks better. There's no tin around that matches the exact same tin that the whole shop's on. So it's going to look weird because it's going to have a piece of unmatching tin, but it'll be sealed for the weather. So whatever, it's a side nobody sees anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, all I got to do now is take those lights that are way up there, and I'm going to bring them all the way down to where this line is right there. And I'm going to bring them down so that the light is closer to where we're working. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side of the shop for Dad and his bird working area. So I'm going to go check out the garden. The wife was out there and she said we have some stuff starting out there, so I'm going to go check it out. So we're just going to venture out and see, there's a shop there. Better shot of my shop back there. But I'm going to come check out what the beautiful one was saying, show you how things are going. There's my radishes are coming up nicely. Things are looking beautiful. And cherry tomatoes, oh, they're starting to turn. Got some nice ones in there, beautiful. My other radishes. Oh, we got some flowers. Look at these, eh? And we have some sunflowers starting. This one's open. This is gorgeous. Our tomatoes. Oh, look at that. Look at that in there. There's a few. There's 3 on that plant. 2, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. These are our sandwich tomatoes. They're starting. I'm so excited. That's awesome. Pepper plants. Not yet. Oh, wait. Look, there's a pepper. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. This one here is called Dragonfly Bell Peppers. I've never tried these before and I thought it was pretty cool, so I thought I'd get one. These sunflowers are gonna start. Pumpkins and onions are all doing good. We go into the greenhouse to the pots. All the baby carrots are coming up. All the lettuces are all coming up. These are all my jalapenos, all in here and there. And my other slicer's got a tomato on it. Marigolds are coming up. Oh, I'm so excited. Don't you find it really awesome? All the hard work you put in and planting and watering and everything else and setting things up to see it all starting to grow and produce fruit and stuff like that. Oh, it's an amazing feeling. I am blessed. I've done so much more work this year in gardening than last. I'm going to make another promise this year again to my wife that I'm going to do even better next year. I did that last year and I think I did awesome this year, so I think next year I'm going to try to top it. So I'm having fun with it, and she may actually lose some gardens because I may actually want to do some gardening just myself.